During the 1930s, many Americans believed in the ideas of isolationism and non-intervention. As a result, the Neutrality Acts of 1935 and 1937 were passed. These acts restricted the U.S. from trading with anyone who was involved in the war. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt wasn't a supporter of these acts, and did all he could to go around them and have them removed. Eventually, he succeeded with the passing of the Lend-Lease Act, which allowed the U.S. to trade with whoever they supported. This eventually led the United States to get involved with the European front of World War II. But what if FDR couldn't convince Congress to get involved in the war? If America had followed through with the Neutrality Act, the United States wouldn't have been able to escape the Great Depression as easily. Without getting involved in the war, the growth of jobs wouldn't have boomed, and the unemployment rate would still be sky high. The economy would have had to rely solely on FDR's New Deal to heal the economy. The New Deal, starting in 1933, had brought about many reforms such as the creation of many new public works, the limiting of agricultural yields, and controlling work hours and wages. These reforms helped stimulate the economy, but didn't get America to where it once was and where it wanted to be. By 1939, America's economy had increased, but it still hadn't completely recovered to what it once was. If America had not intervened in World War II, the United States under FDR would have kept pushing new reforms until they would have found something that worked. After 3 terms and having not brought America out of poverty, the American people were tired of FDR and his attempts to free the country of depression. Roosevelt would have had lost the election of 1944 to Thomas E. Dewey. Under Dewey, most reforms made by FDR and the New Deal, especially those that drove America towards a controlled market economy, would be repealed. Dewey would push for a free market economy by deregulating industry to create a laissez-faire economy, where the government doesn't intervene in industry. Industry executives would then take complete advantage of this new freedom, taking unethical shortcuts to ensure success, since they are more interested in profits rather than stimulating the economy. Even though the laborers were unionized, the industry executives would hire lower-class citizens to fill the repetitive factory jobs. With the majority of labor unions out of a job, the unemployment rates grew even higher and the country plummeted. During the election of 1952, John L. Lewis became the President of the United States. During his presidency, a conspiracy arises where the U.S. attacks Britain, the world superpower of the time. The U.S. receives a crushing defeat. Britain, trying to show that they are the world's superpower, helps rebuild the defeated and crippled United States. While supplying economic aid to the United States eventually comes out of the Depression by the year 1960.